It was great. Hello, hello. Welcome to Kill the Bottle Podcast. Eddie's more, aka
I'm
the
sorry, were
youngest
you
Judy.
saying something?
I was saying something, Megan, but then you started recording, and it wouldn't have been pertinent to what we're going to talk about. Kill the Bottle Podcast. And there, Megan, she said hello. I'll introduce you, of course. If you have not heard the show and you're living under a rock, Megan Elizabeth is here joining me as well. Hello, Megan. Megan,
Hi.
how are you
Hello.
doing? Are you excited? It's almost St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Were you even going to invite me to your party? Or did I invite
You're
myself to your party?
No, I was going to invite you.
Oh,
Of course, I was going to invite you.
because I had to
What are you
bring it
talking about?
up. I was
I,
waiting. I was trying to be that polite friend.
yeah, okay. That
I
really puts
was.
it
I was
along
like,
your
do you think
brand.
he's going to invite me this year? And then finally I was like, have you heard from anybody?
Well, to be brutally honest, I didn't know what the deal was, what was going on, because I don't
Oh,
I don't do any kind of activation for St. Patty's Day. It's my friend, my friend who does that. So I ironically was with her yesterday when you reached out to me, and I
oh,
was like, oh
good.
yeah, what's going on?
So I just reminded you.
Yeah, well, dude, come on.
I
Do I look
live for
Irish?
St.
Do I look
Patrick's
like
Day.
do I look like it aligns with anything that would besides the drinking part? Do I look
Yeah.
Irish?
No,
No, no, no.
no.
You
It's
you
my
look more Irish
holiday.
than I do. I
I'm
know it is.
taking the day after work off.
You're
Or
super bad.
after St. Patrick's Day off of work. That's what I meant to
I
say. I've
I
been
mean,
drinking
I would
already.
advise that. I've been around you on St. Patrick's Day. I definitely advise you taking it the day. I advise
Tuesday.
you taking the day of and the day after, but whatever,
No, it's
Maybe
the
you know
day
what?
after. I
The
can't
day
afford all
after.
that time off.
No, but that's fine too, because you know what? If you did it the day, like if you did it the day of, it's not as exciting. The
Maybe I
fact
just should. I have enough sick days. I'm just going to do it. I'll take St. Patrick's Day off and the day after. It's my holiday. It's my white
is you're
person holiday.
That's right.
I
You are
deserve
a
time off.
gangster. Um, it is called Kill the Bottle Podcast. So I am actually not taking the day off of drinking today, like I have the past few episodes, because come on, dude. Like my liver's like, yo, bro. My liver, I don't know. My liver looks like something that Jake Paul beat the shit out of for like 3 rounds. But right now, Kill the Bottle Podcast, I am drinking a very special bottle of bourbon. This is the newest release from Angel's Envy. It is the Angel's Envy Triple Oak, Angel's Envy bourbon, famous bourbon, of course, from Kentucky. The distinction for this guy, I have to read it because I forget. So it's finished in a different style of barrel from your traditional Angel's Envy. So this is finished in a blend of Hungarian, chickapin, and French oak barrels. I don't know necessarily what the distinction that it makes to the taste, except that it's delicious, and I like all of the Angel's Envy I've ever had. So this is really really nice. It's 92 proof, so 46% ABV, and I like it. Do you like? Have you had Angel's Envy before, Megan?
No.
Mm.
It tastes so good because we're in the same room.
That's right. Yummy. Look at that. Look, total eye roll.
We're experimenting with sound today.
We're totes experimenting with
I'm
sound.
not drinking anything today. I did have a doctor's appointment yesterday and he's like, how much are you drinking usually? And I was like, do you want the answer I tell you or like the real answer? And he was like, the real answer. He's like, because I just talked to a 60-year-old woman and he told me this whole story about her, how she was like, her liver, like enzymes were really high and he was worried and they could not figure out what was wrong. And on her sheet, she like marked down like no alcohol. And then he like went after like a few like meetings and doctor's appointments about these liver numbers. He was like, so you don't drink anything? And she was like, no. And he's like, oh, so like, do you just drink water? She's like, well, I have wine. And then
Wow.
he told me this whole
Wow.
story and she was like, oh, so like how much wine? And she's like, I don't know, like a couple bottles a day. I'm not kidding. He was like,
Is she part of the statistic that thinks that chocolate milk comes from brown
yes.
cows? Is she falls under that statistic?
Oh,
Because you do know that
it got better. Because he kept saying, oh, so like you get home from work and you like have a couple bottles. She's like, no, usually I have one at lunch. It's like,
is she a Beverly Hills housewife? It's what I think. You know, it's probably one of the Beverly Hills Housewives. I think
I
that's the
love my
secret sauce.
doctor because he's like old and grouchy and he tells me these stories. Like I'm always his last patient at the end of the day, and he could just tell he's like, oh, thank God it's you. He just goes
Ah,
off. No,
oh
just
my
a
God.
couple at lunch. I was like, I want to live this way. She made me
Yeah,
feel better about my drinking. I don't drink that much. So we
just a
have that going
couple
for us.
bottles at lunch. So Saint Patty's Day, do we know
This will
why?
come out before St. Patrick's Day. So tomorrow
Yeah,
technically is St. Patrick's
yeah,
Day if you're listening.
yeah. But Megan and I we're doing our thing on Monday. Monday is our St. Patty's Day festivities. You like that festivities? I actually went to a pre. I've done more St. Patrick's Day stuff than I ever do. I went to a pre St. Patrick's Day sip and paint event yesterday
Wow,
that I
you're
was invited
there.
to.
You're
Oh,
regressing.
yeah, and I have so I'll tell you
What
about
did
like
you paint?
it was thank God they made it so easy. So they gave us a canvas that already had like a drawing on it. So it's basically like coloring in the lines. But it was a drawing of like a drink and like all of these playing cards and the drink like melting into the playing. It was actually pretty cool. So I made myself a little green and purple looking Teeling painting, and then we sipped on Teeling Irish whiskey, which we'll be having plenty of on Monday. Plenty. Horn o' plenty of Teeling Irish
I'm
whiskey.
excited for that.
Oh, it's gonna be good because first of all, I have become a super fan of. Well, let me get to this question, and then I'll tell you if I'm a super fan of. So I was gonna ask you about St. Patrick's Day cocktails and how do you feel if it's overrated or underrated? And all right, let's start with green beer. Overrated, underrated.
Overrated.
Yeah,
Overrated.
same same.
I
Yeah,
think it's bad for you in general,
it
right?
has to be. It has to
It
be.
doesn't look good for you. But I mean like
No.
it's just tradition, right?
Yeah. Who decided to do that? Like, let's make beer look like Grinch piss
I think it was
and let's drink it.
Chicago's river that decided really to do that first, and then
I
everything had to be green after that.
okay.
I'm
Fair.
just that's what
I
I'm
don't know.
just
It's
thinking
not my
because
thing.
you
Yeah,
you know
okay.
that they dye that river green, right? Like the
Yeah.
Chicago,
I
yeah,
saw the video of it yesterday on the
like
Instagram account of
super super green.
Choose
And
Chicago
then someone
Instagram
was
account.
like, and we must drink it if it's green. Must
Mhm.
drink it. It was just like a whole. I'm just doing my cultures how we think.
And I gotta tell you, so I'm sipping on this bourbon
Was that
and
it? Was that your only overrated, underrated
no.
St.
I just took another sip and I'm really just kind of impressed. It's really struck and I'm assuming it has to do with the blend of those three woods, but it's uh it's a very like layered and structured bourbon. Anyway, next drink, Guinness.
Oh, um, I don't. Is it rated? Is it? I don't think it's over or under. I think it's
Ooh.
just there. It
Oh,
is
no
just
way.
there.
I
It
think it's
has to be.
underrated
It's
at
not
how
underrated.
good that beer is.
Everyone knows how good it is.
No. I beg to differ. I don't think everybody knows how good it is. I think sometimes you'll walk in a bar and you're like, there's a Guinness tap there, and people are drinking, I don't know, other shitty beers, and I'm like, hold on a second. First of all, a big misconception is people don't realize that Guinness is actually a light beer, even though it is a dark in color beer. Stout beers are considered light beers, like calorie wise, so it's a light beer, and
Okay.
you know, I think it is slightly underrated in the States. And I don't think it's overrated overseas, but it is one thing that I will tell you. Once you try it in Ireland or in England, even though I know it's not made in England, but once you try it in the UK, it is spectacular. It is like
Right.
you haven't tasted it before. I don't
So
know.
just I don't think it's overrated or underrated. I think it's
Nah,
just Guinness. That
people give
should
it
be their
shit.
slogan.
It's just Guinness, really? You
It's
think they're
not
gonna smell a
overrated and
bunch more
it's not
beer?
underrated. It's
It's
just
just Guinness.
Guinness.
All right. Last one. Last one. Uh, Irish coffee. Overrated or underrated?
Underrated. Needs to be used more. Like not just on St. Patrick's Day, like forever.
Y-
Like every
Yes.
day, really.
So there's a place in New Orleans. I forgot. It's a something Rose. I know I'm gonna get shit for it, but I don't remember right now. It's something Rose, and it's right in the right in the district right off of like Bourbon Street. And I think it's Emily Rose is the name of the place, and it's famous for its frozen Irish coffee. And I had one last night at 7 grand. a Teeling frozen Irish coffee, for this paint and sip event that I went to. And Megan, I had like three of them. It was the most delicious like coffee whiskey milkshake you've ever had in your
Yeah.
entire life. So, and I've been to the Buena Vista, which is the originator of the Irish coffee. It's up in San Francisco. And watching these guys make the Irish coffee, it's a very beautiful video that you see of people making this cocktail. Uh, so I encourage you, try it hot. And if you ever see a frozen Irish coffee somewhere, we're gonna have some on Monday. It's phenomenal. Also, it has a lot less caffeine, the frozen Irish coffee. So if you're thinking like, oh, it's
Am I
late at
gonna
night,
have it? Because I'm not gonna get there till later.
no, you're gonna have. Well, it depends which place you get to. We're going to two places on Monday. And you know what? Fuck it. I'll say it. I don't care if you guys want to come and run into us embarrassing ourselves in public.
Yeah,
Um we're
where will we be? Tell the
we're going
public.
to, I think it's called Arts District Brewery first, and that
Okay.
they're having a big St. Patty's Day party. And then we're going to, I think, Old or Oddfellows in Culver City. Old
No,
Fellows or
I'm just
Oddfellows.
gonna take work off. I'm not gonna miss
Yeah.
this. I'm done.
I
I
don't
worked
I
too
don't
hard.
remember, even though I met the owner the other day. I can't remember because he had an Irish. I says Oddfellows, and I'm like, was he saying odd or old? So I think it's Oddfellows, but whatever. Those are the two places we are going to on Monday, and it is going to be a hoot. You like that?
Is it just the two places?
Yeah, I think it's just the
Oh,
two places, but they're so far spread out that it's going to
okay.
take a little bit to get
Maybe
from
that'd be
one.
better because the last few years it's been like 10 places and we only get to like
It's
the
too much.
three. It's too
It's too
much.
much. Yeah, and if you're
And
if you're
by
in
the time we
LA,
get to the third, I'm like, just drop me off here. It's closer to home,
yeah,
like in the middle of the
yeah.
street.
Well, and if you're in LA, like at least from my experience, my favorite Irish bars or really bars that kind of align in that are, even though Seven Grand is not Irish, but it's a whiskey bar. They do a great job for St. Patty's Day. Legendary bar here on Seventh and Grand, in case you're wondering why it's called Seven Grand. And then we've got the Liberties in downtown LA. That is probably my favorite one, just because the food there is so good. Also, so the Liberties bar in downtown LA, and then Prank bar. Prank is also in downtown LA. Freaking great drinks. I've had some food at Prank actually, but I've only had like some fries and stuff. It was delicious, but I can't speak to how much I know the food there. Those are my three. So I'm excited to try two new places that we're gonna go to on Monday. And I know if my friend
Yeah,
Lucy
people
recommends
should
them,
come out. If people listen to this and they want to come say hi, maybe we should just like
come on out.
low key. We'll meet up. We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll
Kill
we'll
a
do a low
bottle.
key meetup. If you're a fan of the show and you're in the Los Angeles area, please come out and
Low
come
key meet
come
up.
come come
Come
hang.
celebrate my favorite holiday.
And you'll see Eddie not wearing green because I don't even think I own a single
I own
item.
so much for that day.
Maybe I'll
I
soak a shirt in green beer. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll just soak a shirt in green beer
have
and I'll
bright
wear that.
green duct tape we can bring you. You can wear
So
this.
oh, look at that! I can put on some green duct tape. That's great. That's great. Like that's like Dexter's tape for disposing of a body on St. Patty's Day is the Dexter green duct tape. So, do you have any funny? I don't have any funny St. Pat. I mean, I do. Bullshit. I just remembered a funny St. Patty's Day story. But do you have any good St. Patty's Day story? Like blackout story?
No, but just because I used to be in a band an Irish band,
Hmm.
um, I used to make a lot of money on St. Patrick's Day and go to Denver. And we used to play the bars, until 3 or 4 in the morning, and it was crazy. And
How did you make money on the booking fees or people tipping or what was
oh, the booking fee. Like,
the
if you
booking
want an
fees?
Irish band, they're expensive on St. Patrick's Day. And if you want them to play for 6 hours, they're very expensive on St. Patrick's Day. And if there's six of them in the band, they're super expensive for St.
Aren't
Patrick's
there
Day.
labor laws in Denver?
Right.
Like, what is that?
Not for
Six
St.
hours
Patrick's
musician.
Day. Like, it's just the craziest day. And those are some of my best memories because it was one of those made it moments where I didn't really make it, but you are a celebrity if you are part of the Irish band on St. Patrick's Day in Denver. And I was the only girl. So it was just like attention, attention, attention.
Well,
I felt
I think our
famous.
last made it moment was when we drove in that Waymo. We rode in that Waymo and people took photos of us. I think that was our last
I
real.
know. Those are the moments I live for.
Oh,
Now
so
everyone can get in a Waymo, so it's not as special
speaking of
anymore.
overrated, underrated, I went to a restaurant a couple days ago. I texted you that I was going, and I went to a restaurant called Mother Wolf here in Los Angeles. I think there's one in Miami. There might be one in Vegas as well. And I gotta tell you, I was not blown away. I was blown
I
away
told you that. Didn't I say that to you?
by
I
how
think,
beautiful the restaurant was.
yeah.
The cocktails were delicious.
Yes.
Um, I had it wasn't bad by no means.
Right. I've
Everything
had
was great.
bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. The thing that did stand out really well is they did a like one of the bone-in tomahawk steaks for the table,
That would have been
and
nice.
their steak was spectacular.
Okay.
It was, so many times they dry out a little bit. Just people just are afraid to cook them right, I think. And this Mama Jamma was at least like 2.5 inches thick. It was a huge steak, and it was cooked perfectly. So I got to give them that. It was like super tender. Some people were saying it's a little salty. I don't mind a little extra the Maldon like flaky salt on that steak. I thought it was spectacular. That was and then they have these oxtail what are they called, polpo or whatever, which is meatballs. So they had these oxtail meatballs that were really great, and then there was one pasta with oxtail. It was great, but it was like we had the pizza. It's fine. The salads were good.
Did you
Like
have,
everything
is
was
that the place
good.
that have the stuffed squash
Oh,
blossoms?
those were delicious. Sorry, how did I forget about the squash? I did a whole video on my Instagram about them. Yeah, yes, the squash blossoms were quite. Now that I'm like, well, I'm like, shit, maybe it was really good.
Ah,
Ah,
it's not
I'm
what
convincing
everyone makes it
myself.
out to be, I guess, is, and maybe people talk it up too much because that's what happened to me. It was just
I was
talked up so
expecting the French
much.
Laundry
I
when I went in
didn't
there.
get, yeah, I did not get great service, and it was just okay. Like I just wasn't like,
Oh,
wow, like blown away by anything. So,
you'll feel good about this. Friends of mine went for friend of mine went for his birthday to Meteora, and it was off. Like the food was great, and his service was not great.
yeah.
And he is in the restaurant industry,
Oh,
well known in the restaurant industry, and he wasn't a dick about it, but he's like, look, I have a few notes because we're in the middle of
wow.
like biting into dessert, and they bring the credit card thing in your face. Like you don't do
Yeah.
that at a $200 and $300 a person meal. That
Yeah.
should not be happening. Um, the like ordered wine, and the Som didn't bring a bottle. They
Oh,
brought it decanted, and he's like, "Hold on, how did you know I want this decanted? I didn't want this decanted." And he's like, "I'm tasting it." And I'm like, "Okay, my let's just say my friend is a wine expert, and a professional wine expert, not just some dickhead who says he knows about wine." And he's like, "Okay, no, I think this is the wine. Yeah, but you're supposed to show me the bottle. You're supposed to open, like, what is this?"
wow. Yeah, that's one
Yeah.
of bigger mistakes than normal.
Oh, I know. And it was on a Saturday night, which
Right.
you expect the place to be bumping and grinding on a Saturday night, which it probably was, but
Hmm.
everybody has to bring their A game on Saturday. So he's like, I'm not writing it off completely because, think of your first experience versus when you went back. He's like, I'm gonna go back again, but he's like, man, that's a tough pill to swallow to go and dish out that kind of money for a second time. But
But
I
that's
gotta
kind of,
admit, like,
yeah.
it was the best meal I had last year was Meteora.
Yeah, me
So I
too.
will sing it
But it
praises.
but I had to give it a second shot. I don't know. I went over there the other night, and I was actually, I
Oh, thanks for
finished,
letting me know. Thanks. Good
I
times. Yeah.
like I'm gonna let you know when you're in Pasadena and I'm right next to it.
Well, you could tell me, like, I'm thinking about going to Meteora later. What part of town are you in? I'll go.
I sorry, I just finished my big class that I had to finish. It was the final one that I've had to pay a lot of money for, and I just finished, and it was 8 o'clock at night. And I looked up
Oh,
to
all
see
right.
how late they were open, and it says that they're open till 11, like every night. And so I first get on and try to like get like an open table. I'm just like, you know what? I really want a nice meal. I'm gonna do this.
Mhm.
And Open Table has like a one person reservation available at 8:30, and it's 8:20, and I can make it. So I'm like trying to do it and then it keeps messing up and not doing it. I said, I'll just go over there and try it. Like I want the coursed out meal. They're open till 11. It should be fine. It wasn't fine. I went in
They
and like
closed early.
well, they did. They sat me at the bar, and then they I felt kind of rushed. They're like, "We'll see if the chefs are still doing anything." And I was like, "Oh, it's only 8:30. Okay, go see. I thought you guys were up until 11, but I didn't want to
Maybe they
say
didn't have enough
that.
covers.
Maybe, I don't
Sometimes
know.
it makes
I
more
don't
sense
know.
to close if you don't have enough covers. I get it, but still, that
Yeah, they
sucks.
had to rush. I had to rush, and then I felt stupid. And then I thought about how much I paid. Like I got a steak which was $40, and then I got one of the
40 bucks for a
appetizers.
steak? That's not bad.
No, I know, I know.
That's really great. Yeah.
$40, $45 for the steak. It was delicious. And then it was an appetizer that was like $28. And I just was like, I'll make it worth it up for them, for me. And then I got 2 cocktails, both of them which were like 18 and 20.
Okay.
My bill ended up being, and I wish I would have looked at it, but it's one of those moments where I knew they were trying to get out of there and I felt rushed. My bill was $160 for one person, 2 cocktails and a steak, and
Was the service charge already included and maybe you didn't realize
I
that? Because
maybe
it
it
sounds
had
like
to
that had
be.
the tip included already, is what that sounds like.
It does sound like that, and I'm hoping,
Yeah.
because I felt so rushed and bad because I was the last person there at that point, and
So,
I was like, that was such a waste. I just should have not gone out. I just really wanted something nice to eat after all that stress, and I just should have stayed
so
in.
speaking of expensive things, have you heard about the Air One $20 strawberry?
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel
So
had it on his show.
oh yeah, the people were tasting like a 25 cent, 5 cent strawberry. So for the folks who don't know, Air One is this very high-end grocery store here in LA, which I gotta tell you, besides when you have dumb shit like the $20 strawberry, there's actually some really good stuff at Air One. I gotta give them props. Like you walk into that store and you really want to buy everything. Their hot food section, whether you go for breakfast, lunch, or the food is spectacular. Their sushi is spectacular. Like it's crazy how good everything is there. But they had this $20 single one fucking strawberry, $20 in this little glass case. It looks like something Indiana Jones is trying to get out of I don't know, of like a dungeon or something.
It's the new one. It's gonna star Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, and the
And the
Erewhon
$20 strawberry.
strawberry.
There's like a giant boulder chasing him and he's running with the
No,
strawberry.
it's a giant strawberry chasing him down.
That's what it is. Like the Kool-Aid man. It'll be a
Yes.
giant
Oh
strawberry guy like
yeah.
"Roar."
And the Air Indiana Jones and the Erewhon strawberry.
so that is that the most ridiculous food trend yet, do you think?
I need to try it before I judge it, I think, but I'm not gonna pay that. So if someone
I'm
wants to
not gonna
get
pay
me
that
one,
shit. No,
hey,
Air One, send us out there. We'll try
where
it.
will we be on Monday? Where will we be? Someone can bring us some.
Yeah, if anybody wants to come out to Arts District Brewery, I think that's where we're gonna be. I don't remember.
Dang it, and bring us a $10 Erewhon
Um, you know,
strawberry.
I promise I'll post it on Instagram Monday morning because I just don't remember. Yeah, bring us that $20 strawberry and don't lie to us. Let us try the real one. We don't want, we don't
Yeah,
want your
you're
chemically no. So
homegrown.
let's preface this. The $20 strawberry is imported from Japan, and from what I have understood, a strawberry in Japan is like it's like a really nice gift. It's like you gift people fruit. That's like a cultural thing. So this particular strawberry is in like a glass case that looks like an artifact, really. And it's like the most beautiful strawberry you ever saw. Let's be real. It's gorgeous. But it's also, like I said, a $20 strawberry. So can you think of the most absurd thing you overpaid for? Oh, that thing. I don't know what you're talking.
No,
What was
I've
it?
been trying really hard to save money this month, and on Saturday, my kickball team that I'm not even on right now had like a night out. And I went late intentionally because they are always late. So I showed up late intentionally so I wouldn't have to sit alone. They all showed up like an hour after that. So I did sit alone. And I paid $50 for the Waymo to get down there and $50 to get back. And the Waymo was fantastic, I'll granted, but it was one of those things that I did not need to go. That probably I didn't stay long enough for it to be worth $100 to get
Okay.
transportation.
Yeah, that was my
That's
next
the
question.
last
Was it
thing.
worth it? The next
No,
question is literally like, was it worth it?
no, that
No.
I get those a lot. I just get mad at myself. And when I go out for those fancy dinners once in a while and I get a really bad one, I kind of had a rough one last night. It wasn't super fancy, but I was looking forward to it. I always just kick myself. I'm like, just go to the places you know are good because this is the risk you take. What about you?
Um, I think the probably the most expensive thing
My cruise.
splurged on. Oh, that's true. Um, and it's not even. I want to. It says absurd. Question is absurd, but I guess it is kind of absurd. I've splurged on a like Japanese Miyazaki steak.
Yeah.
Like the A5 Wagyu or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and it's worth every fucking penny of it. It is like
Okay.
I spent $150 for 2 steaks, which is
Yeah.
still that's crazy. That's reasonably priced for those steaks. And I bought them. If you have your shots ready, I bought them at Costco. And it's worth every penny. Now the one problem with it is you can't be afraid to cook it because it is so scary that they're they're that expensive that you're afraid to fuck them up.
You're just it's
And
like super raw.
but those steaks are so good. No, but you can eat that steak raw. That's
I
how good
know.
that steak
You
is. You can
like
thin
just
slice
put
it.
it on for a second at a time and then take it off because you're so scared.
Well, I overcooked one before. I spent, and
Oh,
I mean, overcooked means I cooked it medium, which it was still delicious. That there's nothing that meat is so tasty. But at the end of the day, I still overcooked it. Now I learned first of all, the fat on that steak, it actually starts to soften at
uh-huh.
as the steak starts to warm up to room temperature. The
Right.
fat starts like kind of dripping off of it. It's crazy. And
Yeah.
then you don't even have to oil the pan. You just
Yeah.
can throw the steak in there and it's not gonna stick when you get the pan super hot. But this time I learned, chef friend of mine, he's like, dude, butter baste it. Doesn't matter that it's
Mm-hmm.
Miyazaki, doesn't matter. Flip it and drop in the butter. And I
And
did that.
just
I
go.
butter basted the top. Oh my God. And I got the crust going and it was like,
Yeah.
yeah. So worth
That's what it's
every
at.
penny. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, some people would consider what I do with my money, like my parents, like they to be outlandish and stupid with food. But that's really what I enjoy spending it on. Some people like to spend their money on tons of makeup, my mom said, or they like to spend their money on clothes and shopping. And she was giving all these examples, and she's just like, I know you've never been that person. You want to spend it on nice meals. Like that's what makes you happy. So I'm not usually that disappointed in food, and I'm very frugal and very particular about my money where it goes a lot of the time because I don't have a lot of it. I have a lot of debt.
I have a I did buy a $400 bottle of wine one time.
Okay, see, no, I can't do that. That's the problem. I don't have that.
This is a while ago. So guys, don't hate on. I mean, it was the most expensive bottle of any kind of liquor I've ever bought, and it was a bottle of my birth year wine
Oh
from Napa
wow.
Valley,
Mhm.
and worth every fucking penny. It's
You
the best
drank it
bottle of wine.
already?
Oh yeah. We drank it
Okay.
for my 40th birthday, so it's
I wouldn't be able to
1979.
drink it. I would be throwing it up.
Oh, I was scared shitless. And then for my friend's 40th birthday,
Mm,
his
that was
wife asks me
25
to pick
cents.
up a bottle of the same wine,
Oh my God.
right? And imagine I buy this and I have to bring it with me from Napa Valley back here to LA, and then I have to store it, stare at it, make sure then I have to pack it, bring it with me from LA to New York City for the cruise that we were going on. And then literally the minute I saw him at the hotel in New York, I was like, here you go.
Oh my
I'm no longer
God.
responsible for this
No,
bottle of wine.
that's too
But
stressful.
to to give it justice, it was wonderful, and I'm really glad I did because I prefer spending that kind of money actually on a bottle of wine than I would on spirits, on booze. I don't know. I guess wine is booze, but wine is booze you got to drink once you open the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'd prefer to do that. So God, I'm emitting such. I sound like somebody who I don't know who drives a Tesla truck. Like, what am I doing? Spending all that
Yeah.
shit?
See, but we're not spending our money on that. And that, my
No.
friend.
Um, so speaking of yesterday, I was in my shared ride down to 7 grand to go to this event, and I'm like, I am so guys, full disclosure, I drive a Tesla. I bought it way before any of this bullshit. I'm in that group of people who are.
Not a Cybertruck.
It's not a Cybertruck, no, but I'm in the car. I'm literally in the car and I'm like, I get an email from Rivian, and Rivian's like, oh, we're doing a special, we're doing all this, and this, and you get this much credit, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, shit, maybe I'll get rid of my Tesla and I'll lease this Rivian for a year until the new smaller Rivian comes out that I would buy. So I go through the whole process of getting an estimate for my trade-in, and of course, given the my car's it's 2023, it's a new car. It is worth less than what I owe on it.
No, really?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
No.
I am upside down on it.
You're upside down on your. Thank you,
Thank you,
Elon.
Nazi Musk. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you,
Thank.
Elon Musk.
He should come out with a cologne called Nazi Musk. I think at this point, because I
A
mean, he does
a
do that
cologne where
salute where he sticks his.
the
Well,
bottle's worth more than the cologne.
when you do the salute, your armpit is sticking out, when he's doing that white power salute. So at least maybe if he's got some Nazi Musk, he can anyway, fuck that guy. I was sitting there in my car, I was all excited. I was like, you know what? Even if I only make $1,000 on this, I just want to get rid of this fucking car. Now
Right.
it would cost
Now you
me it
can't.
would
It costs
cost
you to get
me
rid of the car.
it would cost me $3,000 to get rid of my car. And I'm sorry, I'm not in
Yep.
that position in life. I don't have
No.
FU Cheryl Crow money where she just like fucking put her car in a flatbed and got rid of it. And like there was a bunch of people who've gotten rid of their Teslas, and I'm proud of you. I wish, you know
I
what? If you
wish
want
I
to
could
start a
do that.
GoFundMe to cover the difference, I will take it and I'll fuck off this car. So anyway,
I'm happy with my Prius. I looked
your
at it
Prius
the
is
other
great.
there was something about it the other day. It's something it fits some the restaurant I went to last night, and there's no parking in East Hollywood. At the like at Found Oyster area, like it's really hard to find
Oh
parking.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And my right in front of the place I wanted to go, my little tiny compact Prius just slid right in, and I was like, I love my life right now. I love it. I love my place. I love my car. I love everything.
Speaking of a gem, is that Found Oyster. Found Oyster it's expensive as
They
shit,
have
but
a
it is so
cocktail
good.
that was on a list of
A cocktail,
cocktails.
but
Yeah.
they don't have full bar.
It's called the TLO martini. I don't know.
It
TLO
might be is it a
martini.
soju martini? What's in it? Is it
Um I just know I have to go
is it
try
like
it.
just vermouth? Give
Found
me give it a Google.
oyster.
See what's in that because
I'm getting it a
I think they just
Google.
have a beer and wine license. I don't think they have a
This was in the
full
LA
liquor license.
Times. 14
No, no, I
unique
believe it.
martinis redefining the classic cocktail. This came out March 5th. So maybe they
Okay.
have, well,
Maybe they just got a liquor license.
I have to go to the map because I know where it is on the map. Maybe they did, but I was writing it down because I know it's close to me. Oh, here it is. Ah, uh, a few things. Ah, I hate this. Stop. I'll have to find it
I am
because
very excited I'm going to dinner tonight at one of my favorite restaurants here in Pasadena that I got to show them major, major love. The problem is I don't know how to pronounce it. So I think it's Pearl. It's Perle, but I don't know if it's Perle. It's a French restaurant. And I'm going there tonight and I love that freaking place. So,
so
Anyway, yeah, I'm
I
looking at the menu here for Found Oyster and huh, I don't
hold
see
on.
any kind of martini.
Wait for it. I'm almost there now. Ooh, there's a pickle martini at Bell's Bagels, which sounded
Oh, I
good
love pickle
too.
martinis. Speaking of, I went to a place
Okay.
called Night on Earth. Oh, go for it.
The signature TLO martini offers a caviar dolloped, um, how do you say this? Bivalve, Bivalve.
Hold on, wait. So what, go back again. I'm sorry.
Caviar dolloped, Bivalve. Bivalve.
Okay. Yeah.
As a garnish for a martini made exactly to your liking. The team picks the raw oyster based on your preference, and then gin, vodka, or dry, or sweet, or dirty. It says it. Oh, maybe it's a.
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
The Lonely Oyster?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks. I was like,
Sorry, it's
okay.
not the Found
The Lonely
Oyster.
Oyster has full bar
I'm
and
gonna
it's
fix my
phenomenal.
notes because I put it in my notes as Found Oyster. Oh, it's Lonely
Megan,
Oyster.
you know what? Hold off on that. Let's go together.
Yeah, no,
Let's
that's
go
fine.
sample that together.
I wrote these down to go try them, but now I'm glad we fixed that. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Okay.
You
Good.
would know.
I was like, Found Oyster does not have full liquor because I was just there the other day and
Like yesterday. No, they got it
I was
today.
there last week or the week before for like a wine thing.
They
And
got it today, Eddie.
yeah, they literally just got their liquor
They
license.
literally
No,
just
but
got it.
uh
That'd be really
just
funny if I dug my heels in like that bad. Like if I was like that. No, I'm right. I was like, no, I have no idea.
I was like, I don't think so, Megs. I don't think so. Yeah. So Found Oyster is another great one. We're so lucky in this damn city. There's so much good shit. I don't care what anybody says. Like, you know.
I
Uh,
know.
yeah. So tonight this restaurant Perla, whatever, has the most delicious New York strip like steak and frites, but theirs is perfect. It's to quote Ferris Bueller, it's so choice. and I will have it with. Anyway, I'm super excited about that tonight because it's a shitty rainy day in LA, and I was like, I want to go eat
It's so
something,
bad today.
but it's gonna get better tomorrow, and it won't be raining on Monday for your St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah.
Megan, if I need a green shirt, will you bring me a green shirt?
I don't have a male green shirt. You're
You don't
gonna
have a
have to
male green
get
shirt.
one from the
You don't have like a
girls.
free fucking.
Oh, I have one that says, please excuse me. There's people in my room, so I want to make sure. But a friend gave it to me a long time ago before I was an adult. Well, I mean, like an adult. Anyway, it says drunk two, like thing one and thing two from Dr.
Yeah,
Seuss. There's a
yeah.
drunk one and drunk two, and I have the drunk two. You can wear that one. My friend in Colorado has the other one. So there's not going to be a partner for you.
All right. So fast forward, Eddie is going to Goodwill tomorrow to look for like a green shirt.
Sorry, that's all I
Yeah,
have. And
that's
I
all
don't
I
even
got.
wear that one. We could wear it. I have my
I
St.
mean,
Patrick's Day one. It's fine.
yeah. Oh,
It's
that's all that matters.
it's a little clover. It's beautiful. And I wear my leggings and my big socks that look like little shoes.
Oh no, I've seen this outfit.
I
I've
know
seen this outfit.
it's
There's also
forever.
I think there's footage of me that you took where I'm jumping out of the bus.
Out of the bus. It looked like you just got swept away. It
It
looked
looks
like
like
you
there's a
flew
giant
out of the
vacuum that like
bus.
sucks me out the door
Yes.
of the bus. Ah!
And then last year I went by myself without you, and I met a guy last year, and I went on a date with him. Pretty sure. Not on
Hashtag
on
still
the
single.
tour. Yeah, but I'm still single. You're right. That was a year ago. It didn't work out. He moved back to Denver. I don't know. I don't know where he is now. He had a dog.
Oh, I remember that guy.
Yeah, yeah. I met him, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
on
yeah.
that thing. You were out of town. I went with them, and then I exchanged numbers and went on like one date with this guy. And it was fine. But then he got
Speaking of
like,
what's going on in this Megan dating life?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
No.
Ah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got
Now
on
there's
to
there's
Bumble
like
last night, and it was the same thing where they ask you the stupid question of what's your perfect weekend look like? And I'm like, I start listing it out, and then I go, oh, that's right. My perfect weekend doesn't involve a man. And then I get off the app for 3 months because it doesn't make sense for me to be on it. It's a cycle. Yeah.
it's like I just you have a moment of realization. You're like, I'm gonna go on here. Oh, perfect weekend. Oh my gosh! So I get up in the morning. I
I
get
do
my
whatever I want.
michelada or whatever. And then I go and I have this, and then
No
I
judging.
read the newspaper. I read the LA Times
I
on the
do my
weekend,
crossword
and
puzzle.
your crossword
I
puzzle.
watch movies. And then I eat ice cream and no one judges me. Sometimes I get crawfish and just like all over my face. And that doesn't involve another man. So that being said, goodbye, Bumble. Again. I'll see you in three
Again,
months.
I want you to apply for Raya or Raya. That's
I
what I want you
did.
to get on. Oh, you did?
Can you be a reference? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not
Rob
on any of that
Riggles.
shit. Why could I
Rob
be?
Riggles'
How could I
girlfriend told
ever be a
me to
reference?
get on it. Julie Baker has it. Remember we
Oh,
talked to
that's
her
right.
last
Yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I put her down as a reference. So I'm waiting. I've been on the waiting
I mean,
list.
I
You
got
were on the
nothing, but
waiting list.
you can put me down as a reference, sure. I don't
Okay.
know if that's even worth it, but yeah, go for it.
I think you can.
You know, an article came out that says for every hot dog you've eaten, you take 36 minutes off of your life. Every hot dog.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die tomorrow.
Uh, it's so funny is I can't remember which movie it was, but they make fun of hot dogs. They're like, oh, they're just lips and assholes, basically. They're made of like cow lips and cow assholes, and I don't think they are. But that being said, I I literally I can't remember the last time I had a hot dog. Like I don't.
I
I've had
do.
like bratwurst. I've had like other things that are encased that you eat in a bun, but not like an American hot dog. You know, like
No,
we have that really great
Shake
place in
Shack.
downtown LA. Oh, I'm assuming their
They
hot dog's got
Shake
to be
Shack
good.
has just a plain hot dog that you can get like crispy onions on or like just
Is it
in it.
good?
Yeah, it's like the perfect cheap, like on my way home in Koreatown place to get like a just a plain hot dog. I loved it.
It probably slaps.
It was
Yeah,
really good. But
yeah.
that's why I remember because I just remember like being hungry and being like, that's the only thing that sounds good right now and affordable.
After this dating app thing, you're gonna see all of a sudden Monday there's gonna be a line of guys to meet you, Megan, at our at the St.
That
Patrick's
would
Day
be
event.
amazing. I'm gonna find my
Ah,
husband on Monday. I'm not coming to work on Monday, everybody.
um, by the way. I
gonna
I
find my
didn't watch
husband.
I didn't watch the season of Love is Blind, but I
It's
happened
coming to
to
Denver.
girl, I saw that they announced that, but I watched the like reunion
What color
episode.
is your Subaru?
I know. I By the way, there's a whole game, and I don't remember if I mentioned this on a show before, but there's a game that people play in Portland and Seattle. It's like it's a Google Maps game, and you pick anywhere in those cities and you zoom into Street View, and you're always gonna find a Subaru.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Every single time you go into Street View in any of those cities, there's a Subaru somewhere in the fucking video.
Yeah.
So anyway, I gotta give it up to Love Is Blind. They stepped up their game. At least the girls were much more attractive this season than in other seasons.
Agreed. I watched the whole
I
thing.
watched the reunion show and I was like, whoa. Oh, I mean, okay,
Yeah.
they brought out the big guns. They were just
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, and
Hmm.
just like it felt to me that the guys were complete douches for the most part. The vibe that I got, and there was this one girl who had she had tattoos, she had a nose ring, and she had receipts on the
Oh, she
bullshit that this guy.
did. She like
Oh, it
pulled out
was
her phone.
so fucking great. And she's
I
like,
didn't
"Hold on,
like
this
her
is
though.
all."
She was a drama starter if you watched the
Oh,
whole
I have no idea because I
season.
didn't watch the show, but she was good
Yeah.
looking. She was really good looking.
She was good looking. But
I was
she
like,
was
bravo.
she was one of those like put herself in probably too many businesses that she didn't need to. She just could have been classy and just like walked away from a few of those situations.
Who would you be
Instead,
on Love Is Blind?
a
Who would you
psychopath.
be?
I'd be a
Uh,
psychopath.
I just, you know what it is? I think I just
I'd
want
try
to
to date
see
all
you
of them.
walking around with a gold wine glass.
Oh yeah.
I just
No,
want to see
you
you
know
walking
it
around with
wouldn't be one. I'd have like, can I have my other two gold wine glasses as well,
what
please?
would be in your gold wine glass? Because they're
Oh,
always drinking prosecco. Like it's so funny. I don't. The stupidest thing in the
that's what
world
I
is
would
that gold
have.
wine glass. Yeah,
Yeah, vodka soda.
I think it would be a funny Saturday Night Live sketch where they're just walking around with giant gold wine glasses everywhere they
I
go.
want to demand like fresh squeezed orange juice only, and I want to see the oranges being squished.
Yeah, you don't want it to be like that sommelier who just brought you the decanter full of wine. You're like, no, motherfucker,
Ugh. Oh,
I need you to squeeze that orange juice.
we don't get demands in on Love Is Blind. Seems doesn't seem right.
Dude,
Is this
I'm
fresh
sitting there
squeezed?
watching it, and I was just like, oh, bravo, Nick Lachey, and I mean, not that he has any, he just doesn't really, I don't know what he has to do with it anymore, but bravo to Love Is Blind, and I can't wait to see the goobers that are going to be on the Denver one. I'm
Denver's
sorry,
gonna be a joke. Welcome to my
Denver
life,
is
everybody.
Menver. Denver is
Menver.
Menver. It's like all dudes. Every time I've been to Denver, just walking around, I'm like, it is a sausage festival.
What kind of ski pass do you have? Epic or that's
No, we're
exactly
gonna
what
go
they
to
do.
Idaho to ski. We're what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You ski or snowboard? What
Yeah,
color is your
is that
Subaru?
what color's your Subaru? Ah!
Welcome to Denver.
Um, Megan, you know what? I think I have nothing else to say today. What color is your Subaru? I think
That's the end.
that
That's
should
the
be on your
title.
profile.
What color
That
is
should be
your
on your profile.
Subaru?
You know what? That's gonna be the
My,
title of this
to
week's
be real,
episode.
both my parents have a Subaru. One is blue and one is green. Yes, and they are in Denver, again, in Colorado. So
I think that's the title of the episode. I like that. What color is your Subaru? Yeah.
that's
What
it.
Subaru do you drive? Anyway, guys, Kill the Bottle podcast. Stay tuned. Next week you will hear about how our St. Patty's Day went. If you want to come and hang out with us, well, fuck it. Let's just do that. Check out our Instagrams on Monday morning. I think it's Arts District Brewery. But
We'll
check out our
post.
Instagrams. You know what?
I'm
I'm gonna
looking for
look
my
it up right now.
husband. So
I don't Arts District Brewery. I'm literally gonna go on their Instagram right now because I don't. Oh wow, this place is gorgeous. I've never been. I'm looking at their Instagram right now. It's beautiful. Yeah, actually, there it is. Join us March 17th for our St. Patty's Day party. And it starts at noon, but you know, whatever. We'll get there at 1. And I'm excited. Oh, Megan, I'm beyond excited now. Guess who we get to see on Monday? And I've seen them before, and they're really, really good. It's Hollywood U2. It's like that amazing U2 cover
oh,
band
cool.
is playing at Arts District Brewery. Holy, that's gonna be fucking
Is
great.
it
Now
at
I'm really
noon?
excited.
Because I'm gonna be there at noon.
I'm gonna rock my U2 shirt on Monday.
Yeah, do
Um,
that. I won't be
yeah,
near you, but
the party is from well, they're playing from 5 to 8. So I
oh,
don't know if I'll get to
geez.
see them. Shit. Anyway, but still, whoever goes gets to see them. No entry fee, 21 and over, of course. And green beer, bleh, cocktail specials, which is what I'm there for. I don't want bleh, green beer. Anyway, so I love I'm just doing an ad for their fucking St. Patrick's Day, but we're gonna be there. So if
We'll
you
be
guys
there.
want to play
It's an ad
hooky,
for us.
it's an ad for us. We will be there on Monday. Just look for Megan in her Drunk 2 shirt and no, in her Shamrock shirt, and then look for me wearing a U2 shirt, drinking an frozen Irish coffee on that. So anyway, Kill the Bottle podcast. Please like if you have 2 seconds right now, literally when you put the phone away and you're listening to, if you're listening to an Apple Podcast, Spotify, please give us a rating if you haven't done so already. Every little bit helps. So please like, rate, review, and subscribe. And subscribe to our brand of mental illness. See you next week. Kill the Bottle Podcast. Bye.